humans tend to complicate life by thinking way too much about things before they do them. Sometimes you just gotta jump and go for it and then figure everything else out along the way without overthinking. Are you an overthinker? Me too. We gotta stop that. Just gonna go like that. I have so many pages marked down. This is another really, really amazing book. So I think if you're naturally a pessimist or a negative thinker, this might really help you. I want to show you some old, Bulgarian books. Do you guys remember these? Anyone who's Bulgarian? These are the epitome of my childhood. Hey. I heard you had trouble sleeping. Yeah. That's okay. I'm here now. Yeah. I'm here now, so it's okay. Yeah. Don't worry. There's nothing to worry about. You know, whenever I get sad about life, or just if something bad happened to me, I just think about the fact that nothing is really as serious as we think. It's really not. I don't know, life is sometimes I think as humans, we take things so seriously and it ends up hurting us in the end. So whenever you get upset about something, just remember that it's not that serious. I mean, just when you're getting upset over little things, of course, some things have significant meaning and weight. But whenever you catch yourself getting upset over something small, just remember that it's not that serious. And that you would be much more calm, and you're doing yourself a disservice by being upset by it. And of course, we all have difficult days and heavy days that weigh us down. I have my fair share of those too. But what gives me peace is I don't know, both my grandmas used to tell me to laugh more, laugh at stuff, because I'm someone who takes life quite seriously, and I know that you are too, but it's not worth it if you just learn to laugh. Also, laugh at yourself and laugh at life. It's really not so bad. So, I don't know, that's just my 2 cents on that. Don't worry, we'll get you to sleep. I brought some things to distract you. I want to brush your face first. I know that I love it when someone does it to me, and it's really relaxing. So, I just want to do it for you too. forehead and your temples. Here too, a little bit on the side. Cheekbones. Your little nose. Your jawline. Your chin. That's good, right? That's good, right? I know. It's really nice also, like, just little tiny strokes there. Really gentle, nothing too hard. You're so cute when you start to relax. It's so funny. Just gonna go like that. Yeah. I just want to wipe down your face with a cold cloth. Will you let me? I just find that it can be really relaxing and cooling. Like, you know, when you search for the cold side of the pillow, or move your blanket to the cold side, especially in the summer. Oh, I forgot to show you. I'm wearing my Bob Marley shirt because it's like tie-dye. I got it from a thrift store. I feel like Bob Marley. Whenever I feel bad and listen to him, he immediately makes me feel better. There's no one like Bob Marley, and there's no room for sadness if Bob Marley is present. So that's why I'm wearing him now. They smell really good. Just wrap it with my hand. Go over your face. Just want to go over your forehead, your temples again. Here. Down the middle of your brow. I find that when I pull, just when you push up, it's really relaxing. It feels really good. And soothing. And then just press down into your nose bridge. Back up into the forehead. The sides of your nose. There. Okay. And underneath your nose. Cupid's bow. Go over your cheekbones. There. And your cheeks. Your chin. Right there. And then if you go back, yeah, get your neck. Turn the cloth. Just want to get it. How's that? A little better? Okay. Okay. Have you read any books lately? Tell me about them. I want to hear. So a lot of like self-help books. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, in recent months, I've really tried to read more, but it's been so difficult for me to like sit in one place. I get very antsy when I'm reading, and that can be a bit of a difficult thing for me to do. But I promised myself that I would try. Actually, I'm making the promise to you today. I'm gonna try, and then I'm gonna let you know how everything was. I want to show you, but I want to show you the books that I have read. I have a few over here. Not a lot, but I just want to show you something really interesting and that I think you might like. I read this book a few years ago. It's called Buddhism Made Simple. And so it's called The Practice of Being Aware Right Now, Every Day. Buddhism Made Simple by Steve Hagen. This is the clearest and most precise exposition of Buddhism I've ever read. If you're looking for enlightenment rather than just scholarly knowledge, you'd better read this. That's a review. This book is about awareness. Not awareness of something in particular, but awareness itself. Being awake, alert, in touch with what is actually happening. It's about examining and exploring the most basic questions of life. It's about relying on the immediate experience. It's about relying on the immediate experience of this present moment. It's about freedom of mind. And it's just a very, exactly what it sounds like. It's a very simple, straightforward explanation of Buddhism, because I feel like it can be quite a blur for people that are just starting to learn about it. And this is the first book that I got when I was learning about it and getting into it. And this book was a recommendation from Koi Fresco. I don't know how many of you guys watch him. He goes by Vishuddha Das now on YouTube, and I used to watch his videos obsessively. And yeah, he recommended it, and I went out and bought it from Chapters. I was just flipping through the pages. I'm going to read this little part for you. Don't expect to get anything from meditation, including enlightenment. If you really want enlightenment, just notice what this mind actually is. Don't expect to get anything from meditation, including enlightenment. And that little sentence is like a pretty good summary of this book. It's just very to the point and very, it's plain and simple and simplified. And this is what made Buddhism like realistic for me in implementing little pieces of it in my life, just little, teachings and beliefs. I honestly haven't even thought about it in years, so I guess it's a good thing that I picked up this book now to show you. What else am I going to show you? This is my favorite book of all time, The Little Prince. One of my first ASMR videos that I made was The Little Prince. Do you like that book? You've read it? There's multiple translations. This one, look how pretty. It's got a gold side. Which translation is this? Not sure. This is the Ross, and Chloe Schwartz translation. It's such a beautiful little version. It's just the cutest. I love it so much. My favorite part is when the little prince watches the sunset. This page here. I'm gonna read this little bit for you. You know, when a person is very, very sad, they like sunsets. And were you very, very sad on the day you watched 44 sunsets? But the little prince did not reply. It is so special, this book, to me. I've read it more than 5 times. I've read it so many times, and I have cried so much reading it. Especially the sunset part. And if you haven't read it, and if you know someone that hasn't read it, please recommend it to them. Because it's not just a kid's book, it's a book for everyone, I feel like, you know? It's a book for adults. It's really special. I like how it has a page separator ribbon. The Little Prince, this book really encapsulates like the magic of life, I think, and how precious but short it is, how important it is to take notice of the little things and, you know, be happy from the little things. To give to others without expecting anything back. And to just to love. Because that's, to me, the meaning of life is to experience love. And but to experience love, not just romantically, like love towards nature, love towards yourself. To show love to other people and be able to receive it back. To be open enough to receive love back without self-sabotaging or shutting it out. I think you just have to jump sometimes and go for it. And not think too much. Humans tend to complicate life by thinking way too much about things before they do them or experiencing them or experience them. And it's kind of funny and sad at the same time because it's not necessary. Sometimes you just gotta jump and go for it and then figure everything else out along the way without overthinking. Are you an overthinker? Me too. We gotta stop that. We have to stop. And on that topic, I want to show you something. And on that topic, it's this book, The Four Agreements, a Toltec wisdom book by Don Miguel Ruiz, a practical guide to personal freedom. Let me see if I can find some of them. I have so many pages marked down. This is another really, really amazing book. Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And this book is sort of as you hear it, 4 agreements to a happier life. And it's written in a very simple, repetitive manner, which makes it quite easy to digest. I think you're gonna like this because it sort of reinstates and reminds you to sort of live life more simply. And this book sort of talks about the self-limiting beliefs that stop you from living a happier and richer life. Because a lot of our anxieties come from ourselves. They're not even from external situations, they're from our thoughts. A lot of suffering is created from our thoughts and from overthinking. And it can take time and a lot of hard work, but you can do it. And I think you might find this interesting if you're struggling with overthinking and with feeling down about yourself. It's just to feel free and open to love. But first and foremost, to love yourself. There's nothing more important than loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you can give that same purity to the people around you, to your partner. I love the sound of pages. They're so satisfying. And the smell of books is so good. if you guys watch Mimi and Alex Icon on YouTube, you might know what this is. This creation of theirs is called the 5-Minute Journal, and it's meant to sort of reprogram your brain. Like here they describe it as the simplest, most effective thing you can do every day to be happier. And I'll show you all the sections. And then you have, it's a little journal. So first you write down a date, and there's always a weekly challenge. 3 lines to write down what you're grateful for. 3 lines to write down what would make today great. And then a few lines to write down your daily affirmations. So I am really funny, I'm really good at cooking, stuff like that. And towards the end, you write down 3 amazing things that happened to you today at night. This is before you go to bed, and how you could have made today better. So the first 3 sections are as soon as you wake up, the first thing you do in the morning, and then at night it's those other ones. And by doing this every day, twice a day, you start learning how to focus on the positive things, and instead of dwelling on the negative. And you have to train your brain, right? Which does take time, but it's possible. You have to train your brain into focusing on the positive things instead of the negative things. It's a really well made book. It's got a fabric cover. It's really, really, really new. So I think if you're naturally a pessimist or a negative thinker, this might actually help you, which you've stated you're an overthinker, so I think you could benefit from that. I want to show you some old, Bulgarian books, just quickly, before I let you sleep. Do you guys remember these? Anyone who's Bulgarian? These are like the epitome of my childhood. I made a video reading them, but I'm not sure that I can post it because of copyright. I don't know how that goes, and I'm too scared to post it. It's just they're so well written, they're so good. This one says The Forest Pharmacy. So it's about this turtle that's the pharmacist. And all of the forest animals and wildlife go to the turtle for healing. And then at the end, the wolf goes and he's like, I don't feel good, I want to eat you. And then all the other animals gang up on him and push him out. Yeah. These are really popular back in the day. I think this was published in like 97 or something. There's another one. I don't know how to translate it. It's about a porcupine. Another old Bulgarian book. Another one. Oh, there's like a series. This is the Forest Hospital. So, the animal hospital of the forest. It's the cutest looking thing in the world. On the cover, it's a dentist. So, the dentist is a bird. And then here's the child bunny and the mother bunny. This one is the Three Bears. Do you see how old these are? If you're Russian or Serbian, these might look familiar. Even just in like style or the way that they're designed. Look at them. Kind of reminds me of like "Не погоди", "Не погоди", "Чебурашка", "Чебурашка". They're so funny. What's at the bottom here? Alright, this is the Three Little Pigs. But this is adapted or like translated from. No, I'm not sure. But it's a very thin little. Look at the illustrations. My dad used to read these to me when I was little, before bed. Here they're like beginning the building of their little houses. The straw house, the brick house, what's the other house? The wooden house. And then I have another really old one, which is like, I guess, a collection of stories. This is old. I think this is from actually my mom's. Do you see the edges? How up they are. Look at the corners. And I've like scribbled all over it as a child. Yeah, this is crazy how old. There's a lot of stories here. Like there's Hansel and Gretel. I think this is Hansel and Gretel. You know, when they go into the witch's house. There's a few short ones. What else is there? Is there Jack and the Beanstalk or no? Maybe there's Snow White. Okay, no, there's Snow White. Oh my god, look, it's falling apart. There's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's probably not in focus. The illustrations are just so beautiful and nostalgic for me. And then, yeah. Well, this is, I guess, the Brothers. It's from it's a collection of stories from the Brothers Grimm. So, makes sense. And it says Snow White and Other Stories. Snežanka и други приказки. I could bring you some peace or relaxation. I know it can be hard to get to sleep, especially during this crazy time, but something that we have to look within ourselves in order for the world to change. Because there's no other way it's going to change. We have to start from, it all starts from us, right? So, I hope I brought you some level of peace. Put your phone down, close your eyes, and go to bed. Close your eyes and just go to sleep. And everything will be okay, Elsie. I will see you in the next video.